What's up, nieces and nephews? Welcome back to the Big Money from a Small Handyman Services Business, episode 4. Let's talk about how much experience do I need to be able to start a handyman business? Well, let's talk about it. The short answer is it depends, and the long answer is it depends. It really depends on, people ask me, well, I would love to start a handyman business, but I don't have that much experience. So let's talk about this. Why do I say that it really depends? It's because for example, I don't know, hang a TV with a wall mount. That doesn't take a whole lot of skills to do. The more skills you have, the easier it is that you can do that. I mean, I can mount a TV on a wall with wires inside the wall in 45 minutes flat. But I've been doing this a long time. But the point of that is that's something that's easier to do. If you want to change a door lock, that's pretty easy. Ceiling fans, relatively easy. Kitchen faucet, change a toilet, right? These are things that start to go up in complexity, and not only complexity, but liability as well, right? But the point is that you can have as much or as little experience as you think that you're able to properly deliver on the expectation that the customer has. Now, the good thing about being a handyman is that you can kind of from the beginning determine what services you're willing to offer and just stick to those, right? So if I just want to hang TVs right now and change doorknobs, door locks, maybe kitchen faucet, so on and so forth, maybe change a fence post, something like that. You can limit your services, and since you're just starting out, you can start gaining experience. Now, that leads to the next thing that people usually ask me as well. Is it okay to charge somebody if I don't have a lot of experience? And again, my answer to that is if you can adequately do what it is that they're asking you to do, then yeah, I think that it's okay to learn on somebody else's dime if you really think that you're able to do it. Now, are you going to charge top dollar for your work if you don't have a lot of experience? No, you're not. You're going to set your rates based on the level and the quality of work that you have, right? And that's fine. Customers actually expect that. Now, you'll see that as your skills increase, so will the rates that you charge increase. And then you'll see that you will start having customers that don't want to pay that rate anymore. And then you'll see this constant fluctuation of increasing my experience and expertise, increasing prices, a drop of customers and an influx of new customers. So you're always in this transition where what you charge, some customers aren't going to want to follow you into that price, but new customers will want to follow you into that price, right? So you're always going to have that kind of fluctuation. But there's tons of ways that you can get experience. If you live in a house or an apartment, do stuff around the house. Change the door lock. Hang the TV in the drywall, right? Change out the faucet. Put a new shower head on. Grease up the hinges on the door so that they don't squeak and squeal anymore. Maybe you have laminate flooring and you have some water damage. Pick up a couple of pieces of laminate and change that out. All this kind of work will give you experience, right? Do it for your neighbor, do it for your family and your friends, right? Get out there and gain experience. And if you know how to do one thing well, then you can charge somebody for that one thing. And you're able to start low so that you gain more experience as you go along. Again, the trouble that you're going to run into is if you want to charge top dollar for something just because, you get greedy and your level of expertise isn't going to be that high that you can do that and do it adequately, then I would say hold off on that. Don't get into that, because the last thing that you want to do is ruin your reputation. Because once you ruin your reputation, that's all. You're done. So I would advise staying away from that. Gain experience at home, gain experience with your family, gain experience with your neighbors, so on and so forth. The other thing is that you also don't need a whole bunch of tools to get started. Really, you need, and you know what? I'll make a video about that. What are the essential tools that you need to start a handyman business? You need very little in the way of tools, and you don't need high-end Milwaukee or DeWalt to get the job done. To be honest with you, you really don't. Now, reliability is a different thing, but I'll cover that in the video. So to make money, you don't need huge skills. You don't need top-of-the-line tools. You need to have the willingness to give it a shot, the willingness to learn and adjust, and the willingness to put yourself out there and quote unquote take the risk of doing some work. Everybody has a first day, guys. Everybody has a first day. We all need to start somewhere. We all have a limited amount of experience, and we all need to get experience from somewhere. And you know what? The truth is, people know that. Customers know that. You know, if you're honest with somebody, I always err on the side of being honest with somebody. If you don't have that much of experience and you struck up a conversation with somebody, your neighbor or whatever, and they're like, hey, I'm looking for a handyman, you can just be honest and be like, hey, listen, I'm getting into the handyman work. I don't have tons of experience, but I know that you mentioned that, that fence post. I've done a few of them for myself and my family, whatever the case is. I'll give you a deal. That way I get more experience. People appreciate that. And if they see that you're enthusiastic about it and that you're willing to do the job right, they're willing to give you more work and they're willing to pay you more as you go along, right? Give it a shot, guys. What do you have to lose? You have to lose starting a business, right? You have to lose independence of starting a business. There's so many benefits of going out there and taking the risk. If you don't take the risk of learning how to do something, and if you don't take the risk of being okay with being the new guy, being okay with being the guy that doesn't, perform as efficiently as somebody else, don't worry about all that. Experience will bring you, efficiency in your job and how quick you do things, and, you'll be able to estimate things. If it's easier for you, maybe in the beginning, you can just say, look, I don't know. What do you think is fair? Give me $25 an hour and, I'll do it. It should take me 2 or 3 hours, whatever the case is. Or just say, you know what? I don't know. Buy the materials. Give me 50 or 75 bucks and I'll help you change out that fence post. And, whatever the case is, take the risk, talk to people, put yourself out there, do the work in your own home. If you rent, talk to your landlord. Repairs need to be done and people need to get paid. So a lot of the times, if you don't have a lot of experience, you can, but there's something that you have to get fixed in your rental property. Give the property management company or the homeowner a call, right? Your landlord, and be like, hey, listen, that faucet needs to be changed. I'm pretty handy. If I pick up the faucet or you pick up the faucet and I'll change it out, can we take off 50 bucks, 75 bucks, whatever it is that you feel is fair to take off of the rent, meaning you as the person who's going to be talking to your landlord or property manager, and just take it off the next month's rent. You'll be surprised, if it comes to painting, patching nail holes, changing, maybe doorknobs, light fixtures, simple things can go a long way. And the fact of the matter is you have an endless resource in YouTube. So while you're out there and you're doing that work, you can use YouTube to basically guide you through that. But all you have to do is take the risk, guys. So you can have as much or as little experience that you have to be able to start charging for handyman services. I hope that was helpful, guys. Let me know, what level of experience are you in? Are you having issues with being able to take that initiative in that first step? Are you uncomfortable? Are you shy about it? What kind of worries do you have about that? Are you guys getting experience in a different way, or did you already get started? Tell me, what was your experience in that? All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one.